So the boat rows on for probably about another good half an hour, during which you see a variety of these crushed and broken buildings, and you really get the sense that these were taken from a lot of different time periods. Like, the architecture looks starkly different.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
Stealth wreck.
Yeah.
So it looks like entire swaths of like castles and
Like lands,
are just like swallowed up.
Never anything as big as a country, but like you'd imagine like an entire castle be swallowed up and such like that.
Oh, by the way, when he healed me, do I feel like it's taken away the power of the ant butter?
I don't know how you would sense that.
I know, it's like...
Well,
Do you feel a little less
Did you get
ant-like?
Yeah.
You haven't gotten any powers from
Yeah.
eating the ant nectar yet.
Yeah,
not that you knew
the
of.
telekinesis was from the dragon.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, oh, maybe when I get to the full pain, I will be to like spew ant cream or something.
Yeah,
like
I accidentally cured your addiction to
Yeah.
ant nectar.
It's like,
Well, it's not the...
I'm sorry.
why
No,
would
you were trying to foster an addiction to the nectar.
Yeah, because I think that will allow me to see through time and space.
It's not the
Or
addiction that
something.
does it, it's the effects. It's the effects of it, right? Not the
Yeah.
addiction.
I don't think there were any effects other than its addictive
Well, I mean-
qualities. And it tasted good.
I mean,
or
that guy
something.
gave that guy psychic powers.
Yeah.
It didn't give him the psychic powers.
It may have given Thordheld psychic powers.
We don't know whether one came because of the other, but it's just that
A chicken and egg scenario.
I like the relationship, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Look, if you just have to cut out your tongue and
Oh yeah, that's
be
right.
a dwarf.
I missed the key
and-
part.
Daedriel, with your strength and eyesight, as this boat sails along, you also notice something else interesting.
Ooh,
You see far along the distant waters that there
the
is
screaming eels.
a galleon that is broken in half and just like hanging there floating in the water, and you recognize the galleon.
Ooh.
It's the same galleon that those guys who took you captive
Yeah, and I
Oh, that he
punched
just
it
that
destroyed?
he
in.
smashed in half all those
Yeah.
times ago and was swallowed into the sea by that hole that got created.
Oh,
That's right. Wait, so that means the giant worm thing is from there.
I point to it. Hey, Jovan, look!
No.
It's that ship you broke!
And
Oh no, and I make the connection.
the Yar like looks at you and goes, "Oh, that only arrived about a month ago.
That's about right.
There are hideous creatures aboard those boats, men with the head of snakes."
Wait, what?
Yes!
Yes.
Did you say a month ago?
And he nods.
Then there is hope for Lear.
Yeah, we haven't skipped in time.
We haven't gone forward in time at all.
That does make sense.
Oh, I see what you
Ah.
mean. Yes. So we
Yeah.
are not from the future.
I was thinking that they had skipped through time
That's what it seemed like.
because we
what
jumped
happened
all
when
over
we...
the place.
It appears that so far time has been consistent despite your plane hopping.
No.
That means
Well,
we still
I'm
have a
talking
chance
about
to
the
save
time where
to save
Alloy
Lear.
put us in the bubble,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
time around it sped up.
Oh yeah.
like a lot.
Well, he froze everything around you.
No.
No,
We
he,
were
like, froze
inside,
us.
and
Oh,
he
he
was
froze you.
outside the
Yeah,
bubble,
you're right,
and we
you're right.
saw him moving really fast.
Yeah.
And we were worried that he just sped through time, and we lost like years, and he just didn't like. He just left us as a problem for later.
Oh, he just like left you sealed up
Yeah.
in the room.
Yeah,
No, 'cause
and then
he
we
started-
only jumped out.
He started
by...
shrinking that bubble to like kill you guys, and then you guys jumped out.
Yeah.
Right, it was confusing what was actually going on.
Anyway, so eventually, the boat rowing finishes, and you get to the ruins of this crumbling ziggurat. Half the ziggurat has been completely sheared away, as if only part of it was ripped into the realm when it fell down. And you can see that on the various levels where you can see the cross section of it, there are various tents and campfires that have been set up,
Ooh.
Cool.
burning wood and stuff. You can see that there are a couple of like shoddily built storehouses too, where they probably store like wood or something else like that. And a society of about maybe 20 to 25 people is milling about on top of this ziggurat.
Can we tell from like the stuff that they have lying around whether or not like these food deliveries come in like crates that just fall out of the sky?
No, you cannot, and you don't know where quite. Yar wasn't quite clear on that matter.
Okay, so it's not like there's a whole bunch of like weird random containers that we can tell have just been accumulating over time.
You actually, yeah. As you look around, you can see that there are a couple of interesting wooden containers that look suspiciously similar to the same kind of containers that the dwarves had on their ship.
Ah.
Oh, the keepers that are getting delivered to the keepers, so it's ending up here. Interesting.
Can we tell from the people that are here how long it looks like they've been here? Like, do we see children who are clearly a second generation?
There are no children. You don't think
Right.
they've been here for long enough for that to happen. But you do see a mix of like young and old. So there's been some years.
Yeah, but they've been there long enough to consider themselves a tribe.
Oh, would that be a sacrifice?
I feel like that means multi-generational.
Oh, look at that. Merek's thinking about sacrifice.
No, it's a technicality.
Oh, he just really loves
No,
sacrificing
it's not a
stuff.
sacrifice
Oh my
at all.
gosh.
It's
He's
a,
so not true to
it's
his
a
character.
test subject. A test
Look at that old
subject.
guy.
That's
Oh
it.
Good
yeah,
run.
like
That's it.
Malformed Mouse was.
Yes!
You remember Malformed Mouse?
I
And now he was
remember.
sacrificed in the name of science.
Oh, malformed
Oh,
mouse.
Not a
Malformed
sacrifice.
Mouse.
It's a test
He was
subject.
such a good sacrifice.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
what if I dismiss someone in this realm?
You mean like how, what's his name? Vergis was a sacrifice for
He
science.
wasn't.
Yeah,
It was to buy
I
time.
bet dismissing people into the aether is nothing like sacrifice.
It's a thought. It's an idea.
When it's like an 80% chance of killing them. Yeah, no, that's just perfectly fine, Merek. You can just go on sacrificing people.
It's not a sacrifice.
left and
It's just
right.
an
It's
accident.
fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, it's
I
only a
don't mind.
sacrifice if you
Although I
think
did
it's a
have an
sacrifice.
interesting idea. So you know how you dismiss, you create a circle, right? And if you break the circle, the person returns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What if I dismiss myself, go to a place, then I do another dismissal? Where would I go?
Where else?
I assume to the same place, correct? Now, what if someone were then to break this one? I'm supposed to return to here, right?
But you're no longer there because you've already moved from exile to exile again, so you're a new object. So the old effect that moved you there can no longer trap you because you're now
Or
you've
might
already
try
gone
to-
through a second zone change, and so you're
So I either
Also, circles of protection can't be played in exile.
yeah. So
Permanence.
so it's an
So-
interesting
Or the
idea.
magic tries to put you in two places at once and just rips you in half.
or there's two of you, like when they had that transporter accident.
Or there's two of you.
Mm.
Or so there's a couple of things that could happen. If I return to this circle because it's broken, I've returned. And then when this time runs out on this one, I of course
Return
return
again.
back to there. Therefore, creating one-way teleportation with dismissal.
So you can be Inception, basically.
But what if you're?
I can get us out of here.
But
Well, you
what?
guys can leave
But what if?
pretty easily.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can just leave any time with your damn bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd assume anyway.
Wait, is that what you're trying to do? To leave? We have.
I mean, I like
an
the size of
interdimensional key, like skeleton key.
The bowl's more fun because I get to try like all new things. Every other time I use
Yeah.
it, we end up in a
We
new
can
place.
use it for salsa.
Yes.
Or cheese dip.
Oh
or
yeah, I know. It's like a multi-purpose
Oh my
interdimensional
gosh.
key.
Right.
Cereal.
Well, anyways, are we here? So what is our
I eat
purpose?
cereal
here?
out of it all the
So
time.
do you
Yar,
wish-
Yar like lifts his hands up as you guys are muttering among yourself, and he goes, "Welcome to Gelgrin."
Yar. What?
Wait, what?
Yes.
And he turns around and he goes, "It's an old name we heard from one of the heads one time. We decided to name our settlement after it.
You named your settlement after a head word?
Wait a second.
It's how we get most of our knowledge. If you stick around the heads long enough without them knowing you're there, you can learn a variety of secrets.
What other
Hmm.
things have you learned?
Do they retain their consciousness, or do they just mutter things?
It depends. Sometimes they chant, sometimes they look for interlopers, and sometimes they say random, odd, mad ravings. But if you listen long enough, you can decipher some interesting truths from them.
Like
do they-
what?
Like the names of distant places, histories, that sort of thing.
An example would be wonderful. Besides Gelgrin, of course.
Like, did he just go, Galgren? Or did he go, I remember Galgren.
Oh, yeah,
He
he's...
was such a nice old man.
Okay, Yar's like, they'll say things like, once long ago, the false stadium purifiers journeyed across the Alchemarine to purge the followers of Kiss in Zotadal.
Don't say that word
Yeah, Zotadal.
No, the
Keith.
other one.
Oh.
aloud. Don't say that.
Oh
out
yeah,
loud.
you can't say that.
You
out
would
loud.
invoke the power of his name.
And they look at you curiously and go, what's wrong with saying Keith?
I say Keith all the time. It's,
No.
it's a superstition of his.
No, it's like Voldemort.
Imagine
Haven't you
it
read
this
Harry
way.
Potter?
He is a terrible, terrible creature. Think of it This way.
He's a
Someone
dragon.
on the other
Enable-
side of the room says your name. What do you do?
Come closer.
You turn around and peer at who said your name, such as the same at the creature which will not be named.
He is a powerful dragon god.
Ah, but a follower of Netro, and especially the prophesied one, would not fear such a beast.
I do not fear him, but I do not give him power without necessity. That necessity.
Yar nods and goes, "We obviously have much to discuss. It's been quite a long time since Jin delivered the prophecy that said you would be coming. After her passing, we waited expectantly. But anyway, let us go to my tent, and I will explain it all."
Yes.
Ooh.
Can we have a moment, please,
And Yar goes, "Of course."
to speak amongst us?
And he like climbs out of the boat and beckons you out, and then he ties it to the moor and
Okay.
or ties it to a chunk of rock.
Friends, what is our goal here?
Our goal is to learn all we can about this place. Find out perhaps how to...
You did have a decree to go down ever deeper and slay my mortal enemy before you stepped into the portal.
Oh, was that what he said?
Netro. Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, well, we'll have to kill Lauer then.
But only he heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're like, it's like, sure, why
Guys,
not?
it's totally simple. We have to kill Lauer.
Do you want to kill a god?
My god will empower me to do so.
Wait, does he mean his mortal enemy like Lauer the Terrible? Or does he mean my mortal enemy, my enemy who is a mortal? Maybe it's a huge
He
misunderstanding.
probably was talking about Lauer.
Yes. My
do have-
immortal enemy,
Alright.
I remember him saying.
I do have to say, Merek, though, I have heard the stories. Every time you kill a god, the treasure is amazing. Gods have the coolest stuff. You know what
Yes,
else?
I'm sure as the keeper of secrets, he would have much he would be interested in.
You know what I want to do? I want to take a head back. Can you imagine one of those hanging from like the middle of the doula hunt? It'd be so cool. It'd be like having a tiki theme. Like people come in and it's like chant, chant, chant. It's like, hey, look at that. Head.
It'd be really
Look,
good for
people are already afraid of the Doulahan. I don't think we
That's
want to
the
encourage
thing.
that.
You go there to be afraid.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's like a
haunted house.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like all
Get some jumping Chinese ghosts.
Yeah, we'll have
up
like
in
cool little
there.
things on the wall, you know, the desiccated skin of a sacrificed dwarf, hanging head of the stomach of Lauer.
It's kind of like, you know how like what's it called? The Justice League has like the Hall of Victories or whatever.
Yeah.
They had a little thing from everything.
Yeah.
We
That's your
have
point.
that too.
You guys were going to start a museum a long time ago. right?
Yeah.
We have it too. It's just so happens every adventure we bring back something like terrifying and horrifying.
Yeah.
Like
We'll
a
open
talking
it up.
head.
Yeah.
The skin of a dwarf.
It's how we bring in the customers. And
Yeah.
Wednesday nights would be off the hook.
Yeah.
It'd be like
they go-
costumey
yeah.
and stuff like that.
They go in and they're like, "Geez, there's people like this." Whoa.
Yeah.
Like
There's
the
a huge
Necro-
untapped market.
Yeah, when you have
I
the
guess.
Necronomicon in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, you get to read a page for 100 gold.
Yeah. I know, right? It'd be so amazing.
Dude, I could summon my own zombies.
Yeah. We could shut down so fast.
I know. The paradigms
Can you
would have all
imagine?
their meetings in the Doulahan because it's the coolest place to be. It'd be like a 6-month waiting list to get a table.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Once
is-
a year, we'll serve that bird that gives immortality.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you
Did-
better luck. Yeah.
This is why we adventure.
Yeah.
This is
We're
why.
actually
For
high-level
money.
restaurateurs. It's like we've gone far and wide to
We're
look
just
for like,
trying
this
to
stuff.
find better things for our inn.
So, Yar eventually, finishes tying up and talking to the other settlers and stuff. You notice that despite the men and women, Yar doesn't really address a lot of the people he's talking to by name. You're guessing that not a lot of them have names. And the fact that Yar has one probably sets him
I want a
slightly
name.
higher on the hierarchy.
to name all of them.
So you feel like they've forgotten their names since they've been here?
Probably, yeah.
So do we get the feeling that maybe they were originally pirates and they just call him Yar because he used to just always go Yar?
Yeah.
And then they think that
I mean,
that
that
was his
was my
name?
He
assumption.
claims he's
yeah.
a follower of Netro.
Oh, wait, Yaris?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I bet
Oh,
Netro
cool.
was a pirate god. There was a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah. Well, pirates are wise in
Yeah.
the ways of the sea.
Did you guys forget your names?
And Yar goes, the folks who come here forget a lot of things. That's the problem with some of the other tribes. The longer you stay here, the more you forget, unless you go out and learn knowledge from the heads. Some of the other tribes have even forgotten their own sanity.
I do not like this place. I do not want my knowledge escaping me.
No, we must get these people out of here. This is no place to live.
What happens when the heads know there's an interloper? They just turn to you and go, interloper!
They cast horrifying magic. They call down unknown purplish lightning from the sky,
Ooh.
and it strikes a person and rends them asunder.
Ooh, pretty.
That sounds like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And Yar looks at you quizzically and goes, I suppose.
So the heads are bad, right?
They are bad.
They can be bad and good.
Have you guys tried cutting one down?
For knowledge.
Bring one back?
We have. Several times we have. But the problem is that as soon as they finish chanting, they inevitably start wreaking havoc. The fleshy pods are quite easy to cut them down, but you have to find a way to neutralize them. We never discovered such a way.
What if you destroyed the castle?
And Yar looks at you and goes, and he looks over at like his meager settlement and he goes, with what?
He's like,
Such a massive thing.
Mr.
How is such a thing even
demigod.
possible?
Jeez.
Even to a wizard.
You call down the wrath of the sky.
And they look back and forth. And they
Merek, I think it's doubtful that you could destroy the castle.
I can destroy whatever I want. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes.
Is it worth...
You will not talk to the chosen one that way, Merek.
My
No,
apologies.
it's no matter.
I don't know
Yes,
what came over me.
That's why you have come, to free me and my people and all the others who are deserving from this horrible place.
Yes.
You
that
will
is-
cross the threshold that the colors use to keep us from exiting, and you will free us from this land.
We will. Absolutely.
I was hoping there'd be a montage of just Merek drawing civil engineering pictures for the group, explaining how to bring down the castle.
Yar goes, please come to my tent. We have much to discuss. And then he's about to finish that sentence. There is a younger woman who comes running up to him, and she's got like reddish hair that's done up in this braid in the back.
Mhm.
And she comes running forward, and she stops and pants in front of him. He goes, Yar, there's a food delivery being made at the central tower. But the Rip and Tear is probably going to be guarding it. And Yar goes, we're low on supplies for this month.
Do you want to eat frogs?
Is the food good?
And Yar goes, it's always quite good. It keeps the settlement alive. And he turns to you and goes, frogs?
Yeah, I could bring frogs down from the sky.
I want this
You mean
food.
with magic?
Yeah.
No, me and my people would never eat something tainted by corruption.
Well,
Mm.
Hmm.
fine.
What if Netro said
You
it was
don't
okay?
have to eat my frogs.
I don't know if Netro believes it's okay to eat magic dirt frogs from the sky.
It's like, these are the blessed frogs of Netro. They're safe to eat.
And they go,
I don't know about that.
Perhaps, but and he turns back to the girl and he goes, gather a team. We'll need to go and get all the supplies we can before the other settlements get there.
Wait. Young girl, before Jovan takes over,
No.
your name shall be Merida. Now go!
She nods and
I deem this
shakes her
name
head.
acceptable.
And she looks at you
In the name of Netro.
oddly and shakes her head and goes, all right. And it doesn't look like she cares.
Now, is there not
And runs
enough
off.
food for all the settlements? Yar.
And Yar goes, no.
Do they not deliver enough?
They only drop so much. Only the stronger settlements survive.
Oh, is that the culling?
Partially. It's that, and then other creatures they send down here to hunt us, to deliver us to the central temple.
The central temple. Is this where Lauer lies?
Mm-hmm. Well, we assume. We've never been there. Those who go there don't come back.
Ooh, we should go there.
We must see what we can do about getting these people out of here first, should we fail.
But it
And
sounds
Yar
like
goes, you can free us from this place already? We've heard, at
We
least
will
Jen,
see. We'll see what we can manage.
At least Jen told us in her prophecies that if you could get to the central temple with the prophesied one, his eyes would show you the way out.
Oh, well, that sounds easier. Let's do that then.
yes. Forget about the shipment. I mean, if we're gonna leave, it inevitably we don't need the food.
And he goes,
Sounds like the best time to leave because every other tribe
We'll be fighting
will
over
be
the
fighting
food.
over the food as we are making our way for escape.
but if we don't go to get the food and we fail, what will we live on?
And we fail? Have you met the prophesied one?
And
You
Sorry.
faithless one!
Do they call it prophecies or stories that might happen sometimes?
and Yar goes, you're right, I'm sorry. I just...
Failure is
Tis-
not an option!
'Tis no matter, Yar. You must be strong in your faith.
Yeah.
We cannot fail.
And he goes, all right.
Perhaps it might help them if they had implements of their faith. Maybe if you taught them to make an Eye of Netra of their own.
And Yar looks at you and goes, can you?
Of course. It is one of the first things we learn in the church.
Well, what materials would we need?
You can make them from anything, but stone or wood is preferable.
They nod. We have plenty of wood. Yes. We can get to carving. And then Yar goes, but that's too soon. We don't have enough time right now.
Oh, because they need the food?
Yeah, well, you need the food and you need to carve it and stuff. And they're just like, I will send a group to fetch the food, and then you folks can make your way to the central tower.
I cannot condone fighting over this food, though.
And he goes,
I would wish to distribute it evenly, but that would not sustain all
and he
who
goes,
reside here.
Don't worry, they've been fighting over the food for 100 years.
I know, and I would end it as soon as possible.
No, it's fine.
What's your spell list?
I will
might
trust
have
you.
Something.
I don't.
You don't have cornucopia?
No, I didn't take cornucopia. Come on, man.
That would have solved everything.
I can just lay on hands their hunger away, right?
Yar goes, no, you can't. Yar goes,
Yeah.
I trust you. I myself will lead you to the central tower.
Alright.
Then
If
you
you
can
could.
show us the way out. After we clear the place, we can guide the rest of the tribe there and let them escape.
Done.